heroes on their side, but if Falcon can actually hold their position, have the really good defense, making sure that they are tanky and not able to be taken out easily, that could give a good winning position for them.
For sure. Now, one of the things that Falcons AP BREN is looking to do is to give Super Marco that advantage, or Kaltizi as well. So they'll do well for themselves not to die in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Okay, going in straight into the mid. I feel like we got 3 players there. I feel like Ogwin will be going in for just clearing out the minions so far. Not gonna actually ever extend or anything, but UA do try to actually go for the overextension just a little bit. So much so now, and it seems that Ogwin try to stop UA in the way as well. And as they progress, we do see that the scrimmage that was supposed to start, it didn't start. It was just a little bit of poke and tease coming in from both sides.
Yep, but the first Lethal Wanderer going to go into the hands of Aurora. A good start for them at this point. Keeping up with their performance from game number 1.
Okay, looking good so far. I'm at least we do see that somehow the overextension was not done. They're just slowing things down. They're trying to actually buff up just a little bit and try to poke little by little.
Yep, they're placing a lot of emphasis onto Kaltizi here with the war cry on his emblem. So they're looking for huge bursts, right, coming in. Now, Kaltizi trying to go for it. Not sure who that went to. Didn't catch the glimpse. But based on the XP, I think it went into the hands of Demon Kite.
It possibly could be going in from Demon Kite, is that he managed to actually steal it away, despite the fact that Kaltizi, the fact that Kaltizi was trying to go in, but is still in the favor of Aurora.
Now, with that being said, this is going to be the first neutral objective of the game coming up in a couple of seconds. First turtle, this could set the stage for either team to break that deadlock.
Oh, we do see Demon Kite gonna poke in. That's a good input right here by Ogwin coming in. He doesn't actually go for overextension, just that Edward try to push him out away. And just a little bit, it's going to be the turtle in the hands of Demon Kite to get a good upper hand for the team of Aurora.
Yep, unfortunate for Ogwin there. He did not hit 4 right at the correct time just yet. So that allowed Aurora to really make the moves onto that first turtle of the game. Now, Renegade looking for an entry point into Super Marco.
Super Marco needs to be really cautious, but I think that they move back away. Feel like UA will be prioritizing going into Ogwin. They are also waiting to see whether or not Ogwin try to actually contest for that purple buff. As we see, going in for a fight with Renegade, Ogwin managed to spur away, and Aurora still managed to move from any casualty that was put out by FCAP.
Yep, and at this point, Edward doing well on his own to fend off a 2-man gank at the top lane. So Falcons AP BREN, every single play has been shut down. This time it is up for Aurora to find something.
I'm living the fact that no matter how much FCAP try to go in for the instigator or even try to go in for the screams, it ended up having been shut down. Aurora was just so much empowering to defense-wise. But here on out, scream coming in from the mid.
Yep, they're gonna try onto Renegade. He's falling a bit low as well. He should be the first one to fall. Kaltizi gets the first blood, but phew, gonna be traded out instantly. It's a 1-for-1. Aurora still having that slight goal lead.
Oh, loving it. Trades doing well for both sides, but Aurora is getting a really good upper hand at the moment, as the fact that the one who tried to go in for the initiator was the team of Aurora, but AFCAP could not continue on to at least steal away another play, because the fact that they were the one who tried to initiate that scream, but they faltered in the end.
Yep, it's a tough one because at this point, you know, the Thunderbelt already in the hands of Edward. He's going to be tanky. He's going to get that first growth much faster than they have on the side of Falcons AP BREN. Domain actually doesn't really care about that gold crab. Will give it away to Super Marco, which then he rewards himself with the corrosion scythe.
Gonna piece straight away to the turtle as Ogwin waiting for the right time. They're leaving it off. They managed to actually go in for a fight. It's gonna be 3-2-4 at the moment right now.
Oh, what a catch! Yep, he eats him up. Daytona's welcome. Wild charge on Ogwin, but it's not gonna matter too much. Shadow Q gonna be used by Kaltizi. Is falling really, really low. Second turtle of the game gonna go into the hands of Aurora on the backline. They go in with the penalty zone. Does not catch anyone but Edward. And here we go, the turnaround potentially. Domain looking for the Lycan Pounce. Will not find anyone yet. But so far, Aurora maintained the lead.
Oh, Aurora, early games doing so perfection to a point that AFCAP could not do anything. I feel like, again, this is still a struggle coming in from AFCAP, despite the fact no matter how much they try to pull in, it's still not enough to shut down Aurora's players. And here, Latizi gonna go in for the tease to fight off with Edward. Kaltizi also will be at the backup side as well as they actually go in for the steals. But at the same time, right here, Super Marco almost close enough being taken out, but Flatizi all alone, he will be gang out.
Yep, that's a kill if I've ever seen one. Flapteasy takes the fall. Meanwhile, the play on the bot does not work out for Falcons AP. BREN Aurora make it out safely, take a kill. Everything going in favor of Aurora Gaming.
I mean, again, this is a question coming in from AFCAB and going into the itemization. And you talked about how the moment when Edward has that Thunder Belt, that's going to give a lot of pressure even more for Falcon to actually take down the defense because he's already tanky. He already has a lot of the buff on his end and to a point that AFCAB cannot do anything.
Yep, interesting though. They actually go for Sky Piercer, first item for doming. So this is going to be a huge power spike for the side of Aurora here. And it looks like they will reward themselves with the T1 tower on the top. In the meantime, Aurora, they catch eyes on 3 different members on the side of Falcons AP. BREN, they will push them away.
Looking on the level right now, we do know for a fact that Kaltizi is with 10. He is on the same par with Demon Kite, but at the same process right here, we see Ogwin having a little bit struggle to actually pull through. He tried to actually find as much input as possible, but the third turtle, the last turtle coming up, Flaptizi try to go in for the initiator, and Aurora is already looking to finish it off.
Yep. Main gear gonna try and join in the fight, and here we go. Lycan Pounce available. He's gonna jump in. They will get the turtle, but at what cost? Because Flapteasy is dead, taken apart. It's going to be a 1 kill going to the side of Aurora. If Aurora gets 1 more kill here, it's going to be a perfect trade. Here we go. Kaltizi being threatened here. Doming waiting, but he does get spotted out. So Aurora, they know not to overextend. They will back out.
But at least the trade's still coming up for their side. They're still in the lead. They have the potential, despite no matter how much the turtle has already been taken out. It's still Aurora's for the win right this instant. The trades is still enough for them to actually have the better upper hand, have the advantage. And so we do see that here, Ogwin try to go in for a fight with Edward, but it's not going to be enough as Super Marco will be able to take at least one of the turrets into the hands of Team Falcons.
Yep, Super Marco hitting the mark. He is going to be able to shred down that T1 on the bot as well. In the meantime, Kaltizi 101 against Demon Kite. Can they keep it honest? No, they will not. Flapteasy comes in. Here comes the sword. A nice flicker ultimate. They will get it down. Flapteasy slams the floor, takes a slice. But in the meantime, in the mid lane, they're going to start another engagement. Renegade able to push few away. And no other losses and no other casualties thus far. But Falcons AP BREN, they're coming back into this game.
Oops, Super Marco tried to tag off Renegade. But at the same time, Renegade was able to move away. Now, Ogwin, if he actually managed to stop it, but he unfortunately was not in time, but it's okay. Aurora did manage to actually at least clear some of the casualty that was done by Team Falcon. They did manage to actually get a trade, but at the same process right here, we do see that turrets-wise, it is going to be in the lead of Team Falcons as they managed to get the second turret.
Yep, very good situation here for Kaltizi. Actually gets the first kill, right? So 1-0-1 in comparison. Demon Kite 0-1-1, so he might be trailing in gold by a little bit. More importantly, Kaltizi is 2 levels ahead. This is going to be a huge difference in the retribution amounts.
Okay, coming in right here on the mid. Ogwin getting an input as much as they could as they see Renegade as well as Edward right in the mid. Renegade just gonna push out Ogwin away from his own farm so that they at least give a good backup for the teams to actually buff it off, and Team FCAP will not stop them in their own ways of trying to actually build up a lot of their potentials.
Yep, Super Marco as well gets a split push on the top lane, now proceeds to the mid lane to get a little bit more farm. They're going to start working on the Lord pretty soon, I would think.
Maybe there's a possibility. They are trying to actually poke it out. They try to tease it, but at the same time, somehow we're going to see that it's just going to be a back and forth. Nobody's going in for initiative just yet. Few putting off some of the skills so that they can actually be able to shut down the movement of Aurora as well. But at the same time, it's not been done yet. It hasn't started yet between both of these teams. But at the same process, Kaltizi takes down Domain first of all.
Yep, that's a huge win for the side of Falcons AP BREN. Not only that, they get the mid T1 as well. This is doors wide open for the first lord of the game. And Falcons AP BREN have fully recovered.
Team Falcon bringing it back to their grounds. And it was because of Kaltizi. The more momentum he put out, the more that he actually wins those kills. The fact that he was able to bring it back now with the gap that had been put out with 50-13 to Demon Kite, he has much more upper hand.
Yeah, really like the win conditions this time. They couldn't get the team fights that they wanted, so let's just go for the solo kills instead. And that's the strength of Kaltizi on this higher booster.
Okay, now we'll try to actually make sure that at least top tier, the second tier will not be taken out. They want to make sure that they will be securing all of their bases defense-wise, still in the midst for Team Aurora. But here, Demon Kite doesn't realize that Kaltizi is right there. Maybe Kaltizi will try to pick him out, try to actually also cause a little bit of disturbance of him. Could have been in the end of Kaltizi to get that buff as well, and it seems that Demon Kite just backs off away.
Yep, it's all about the resource play here. It looks like Falcons AP BREN, they have found the winning formula. The Lord is going to be marching down on the top lane as well. Still pretty healthy, 80% health, 70% health bars available. They're going to try and melt this down. Here comes the defense coming out. How much damage can they deal to this T3 in the top and mid? Looks like not much at this point, but here comes the next wave as well. They're looking for an entry point. Here comes Demon Kite. He gets caught out. Two-man knockup as well. They take to the skies as Baptiste takes away Demon Kite. The defense is working for the side of Aurora. Can they get more? They will successfully push them away, but no more deaths. They just trade out 1-for-1.
1-for-1. I think pretty much the overextension was just to see what the potential that AFCAP could do, but I'm loving the fact that they didn't actually overcommit. They pushed back, and that's what is needed. At least pretty much they managed to actually do a lot of damage on the first tourist, but it was not enough because the defense wise of Aurora was a great composition to a point that AFCAP could not do anything.
Yep, and you know, the benefit of this is they are able to survive, right? So Aurora, they need to start working around the map. Ogwen here gonna use the power of nature for sure to walk away, make sure he has the MPCC properties as well.
Okay, and
oh my goodness.
No, he steals again. That's it. Kaltizi just farming it out, and this is giving even more pressure for Team Aurora. If you let Kaltizi just gets away with all of those farm, all of the buff, he will be indestructible. And Team Aurora, they gotta be aware of it. They gotta be cautious as Kaltizi is getting more powerful.
Yep, just to give you a reference, right? Kaltizi in the past 3 to 4 minutes has taken 3 buffs away from the side of Aurora.
Agree. Yeah, definitely. That's the struggle coming in from the side of Team Aurora. They're not buffing. They're not able to even farm. They've been stolen away, denied of every opportunity to at least raise up their levels, as well as raising off their itemization. And now it's going to give them a little bit struggle if they want to actually go in for the scrims.
Right, let's take a look at the growth other items as well. Sky Piercer along with the BOD Malefic Roar. We're looking at the last item to be built up for the side of Falcons AP BREN Kaltizi. This will be the fight. Renegade falling a bit low. Tries to go in with the vengeance. A 2-man catch there by that penalty zone. In the meantime, Super Marco doing all the work, jumping in, gets another kill as well. Owen this time rewards himself. It's going to be 4 deaths for the side of Aurora. And Falcons AP BREN may have opened the doors into Aurora's base.
And not even that, they don't really even go in for the lore already. They're going to go in straight to the base. They know for a fact that this is the time to push in. Doming is all alone. He will be stepping in, but he will be shut down instantly by Kaltizi and make